Anyone who cannot rest from work is a slave. What does freedom and slavery from Egypt got to do with Sabbath? Well, he was connecting slavery and freedom to Sabbath. Because if we don't rest, we're enslaved to work. You guys follow this? This is so important. Enslaved to success. How many of you know success is intoxicating? It is. Success is absolutely intoxicating. The more you have it, the more you want it. You never have enough of it. I have to add this. I have to more expand this, expand that. Build more, build this. Again, that's not a bad thing. But if it's in line with what God has said, then go for it. But if it's not, reconsider. Success, achievement, materialism, expectations. Whether that's your boss's expectations, these are the list for the week for you to finish. Or your parents' expectations. Or culture. Culture will push you into a mold and say, this is who you should be. If you really want to be significant in society, this title you should have. Or these letters should be after your name on your business card. Culture, power, or all of the above. Anyone who cannot rest from work is a slave. You know, a couple years ago in 2014, some of you might have heard of Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A is a it's not here yet in the Philippines, but in the States it's like a chicken place, Kentucky Fried Chicken and something like that. 2 years ago they did a study on Chick-fil-A, and this is Chick-fil-A is owned by a man his name is Truett Cathy. Truett Cathy was one who was a believer, a Christian, loves God. You know what he did? He said, I want our company that on Sundays we're closed because we will worship God or we will rest and spend time with family. Whether you're a Christian or not, you go home, recreate. That's what recreation means. To recreate. Okay? And so you go home and refresh. Spend time with family. If you're a Christian, if you're a believer, go worship God. And so he closed down all the Chick-fil-A branches in the malls everywhere. Sunday you go, McDonald's is open, Wendy's is open, what else? KFC is open, Jollibee, no Jollibee. Meron pala sa States, okay. And all these are open in the States. But when you go to Chick-fil-A, it's closed. Okay? On a Sunday, family day. How many of you know malls are packed on a weekend? That was a major decision. Now, the research tells us, and watch this, I hope the KFC people won't get mad at me, but the KFC had, the stores that they had in 2014 was 4,438. Chick-fil-A only had half, less than half, 1,775. Revenue for the year was $4.22 billion. For Chick-fil-A, $5.05 billion. When you crunch the numbers, it does not match. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute. You have less the amount and yet more revenues. How come? Now, of course, obviously, there's no simplistic answer to this. There's management, there's organizational leadership, there's all of that, right? But something's happening here. You can definitely notice something. There's a difference. And here's my point. Guys, rest is an attitude of saying, Lord, I trust you. That even if I don't lift a finger, you can. That I won't miss this day. I will set aside this day, because what gives me significance is not my job. It's not the medal. It's not the trophy. You are the one that gives significance. It's you and you alone.